Gail Japp's horses have helped her through hard times, like when she was getting divorced.
When you got a bad day, you come out and they just make life worth going on. Where I go, you go.
Especially this one, named Money.
He's very trusting and he's very loving.
Recently, things have been tough again. Japp was one of the nearly 500 Wyoming coal miners laid off recently. And to pay her mortgage, she'll have to sell a lot of her things, including her beloved horses.
So I have no choice. I've got to downsize and there's a lot of stuff I'm going to have to sell.
Japp worked for Peabody Energy for over a decade, mostly driving massive haul trucks. After cutting jobs, including hers in March, the coal giant declared bankruptcy in April.
See, they were so fun. Them things were just awesome.
She misses it and is worried about getting a new job.
Yeah, I can't leave Gillette, which is really going to make it hard for me to find something because my dad's 90 years old. And then I got 2 grandkids here in town that try to stay with me as much as they can. So, it's just, I don't know, it's been devastating.
That's because prices for coal, oil, and gas are all way down, all at the same time. And revenue from those industries accounts for around 70% of the state's budget. Fossil fuels employ around 10% of Wyoming's private sector workforce. So an energy bust hits towns like Gillette particularly hard because this region is rich in all three: coal, oil, and gas. Gillette even calls itself the energy capital of the nation. But over the past year, unemployment claims in the county have more than doubled. Businesses are closing, homes are up for sale, rail traffic is way down, and people, all of a sudden, are in need of basics like food.
Are you all in the same household? No.
A line formed at this church-run food bank before the doors even opened.
You have 5 children? I do. Oh, well, this should help out a little bit. Yes.
Volunteers served 110 families that day. Dennis Reeder is the pastor at Project I-61 Ministries. After the layoffs at the coal mines, Reeder has been expecting to see those workers at the food bank. But he says they've actually been serving a lot of people in other industries, such as oil field workers and hotel employees who have already been out of work for months.
What that does, it creates us to be aware that in 3 months from today, those people that are living off savings or they've exhausted all their means of financial help or other community things, now they really, really need it. So it's kind of like we're a last resort.
Thanks, babe.
People all over the region are looking ahead to try and figure out what's next, like many at this meeting put on by a coal advocacy group called Friends of Coal.
And I believe in our great state, and I know that if anybody can come through this, it's going to be coal miners.
But that won't be easy. For decades, Gillette has had a strong economy and a low unemployment rate fueled by energy dollars and plentiful, well-paying jobs. The average coal miner in Wyoming makes around $83,000 a year. The average American worker makes just over half that.
We can't play pony right now.
Stacy Moeller has been mining coal since her 20s. And she says for her, it's more than just a job.
You work at something for a long time and it becomes such a part of you.
Losing that identity is scary. And Moeller isn't sure anything could replace coal mining in Gillette.
At this time, you just can't. There just isn't anything for them to go to that's comparable. What would it be? And how do we start that? And how do we get there? I don't know.
Everywhere you go in Gillette, people are thinking about these kinds of questions, like Valerie DeBow and Barbie Hayes, the manager and owner of a local bar.
Jake's Tavern is a working man's bar.
It's like a neighborhood bar.
It's a neighborhood.
Like a Cheers. Yeah.
Recently, they've cut back on hours and stopped offering insurance to their employees.
We don't want to have to lay off anybody, so we just continue on.
Try to cut our costs
As much as we can.
DeBow and Hayes have seen slowdowns before, having lived in Gillette for almost 40 years. So when I asked what they're hoping for, they went back to what's always happened.
Another boom.
Yeah.
We want
Absolutely.
that boom.
Yeah.
But another coal boom is unlikely anytime soon. Coal production this year is expected to drop 16%, which could mean more trouble for towns like Gillette all across the country. For Inside Energy, I'm Leigh Paterson in Gillette, Wyoming.